and a potential AFC Championship preview. Oh, Neek's here. This will be the first meeting between the two stars since last year's thrilling divisional playoff matchup. Josh Allen currently the favorite to win MVP this season, followed by Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes has actually thrown for the most touchdowns in the NFL so far with 15, while only throwing 2 interceptions. Those numbers are good. Mathematics, doggy, I told you. However, Allen has over 250 more total yards than the next closest player and has the most total touchdowns with 16. They are followed by Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson as the next closest odds. Neek, how we doing?
I'm good. Sorry, you were wrong that last one, just in case you worked.
I was wrong?
Yeah, you were wrong. That's
About
right.
what?
That last debate. He was wrong about it.
Thank you.
It's clear.
Thank you very much.
And I'm happy to be here to win the title of second flyest person at the desk today. Molly, you're always the flyest. But today I'm winning. I'm just saying.
I love that.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Fall colors. I'm killing it.
No.
No, he
Your
is.
suit last week was much better.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, this
Today
week
is all right.
No, I like
Place
that.
is nice. But last week was fly.
Okay, I appreciate it.
All right, okay.
That's much better. I heard
better.
that's much better.
I've done a nice
Yeah.
job.
You
What
look
are
like a big
talking
boy. You
about?
look like a big boy today. I like it.
I've
Good
done a
job.
nice job with the test. Not a t-shirt and a pair of shorts. My God.
And you used product today? It wasn't just the spit?
Oh my gosh, you
I see you got some product in there. Nice
What
job.
has happened
Nah,
to
you
the
know,
men
I walked
at
in on the man
ESPN?
getting ready last week, and he just and then ran out here and
That's
started
not
yelling. Tom Landry.
See, that's why I don't touch people's hands anymore.
Let's go.
That's one good thing that
Let's
came
go,
out of
y'all.
it. All right, Mad Dog, who's your MVP right now?
Well, listen, I picked Hurts last week, so I'm going to stick with him. He did nothing wrong not to be nominated for a second week in a row from this quarter. They beat Arizona. He did a nice job. Offensive line won the game. I understand the Allen argument. I understand the Mahomes argument. And you want to go there? I mean, we saw the odds. I get it. But Buffalo did lose a game in Miami, and he didn't bring him down the field a couple of times late in the game. And obviously, he didn't play well, Mahomes, in Indianapolis. And, you know, Hurts hasn't had a hiccup yet. Easier schedule. I understand that. But since I went with Hurts last week, I got to be consistent off a win. I'll go with Hurts this week. Bit of a surprise how well he's played. He won't win the award. But you asked me if I had a pick right now, I'll take the quarterback who's 5.
Wait. So you're picking Hurts, but you're saying he's not going to win.
Well, because I don't vote. But if I was voting, I would imagine.
I know you don't vote, but
so I can pick Hurts and think he's the MVP. Doesn't mean he's going to win because the voters are going to go Allen or Mahomes. Okay. But I'll take Hurts.
The most frustrating and entertaining thing about you is you use words like consistency, and then you're not consistent. You came off a block where you just talked about how the Eagles are loaded at every position. They have no weaknesses. They had a great O-line. They got great corners. They got great receivers. They got a great running game. They got great this, great that. They're so perfect. And then you say that the quarterback is the MVP. It seems like he doesn't need to add that much value if they have so much value elsewhere, which is why I'm going with Micah Parsons. That's the MVP. So first we need to decide, is this the award that is the best quarterback in the league, or is it actually the most valuable player? And I think that if we're going to be honest about it, and maybe the numbers don't stack up analytically, but if you watch this season, who has made more of an impact on their team? When Dak Prescott went down, we all thought it was over for the Cowboys. We said they were done. And the reason why they continued to win, won 4 games in a row, or not continued to win, started to win, won 4 games in a row is because of their defense. And the best player, the quarterback essentially of the best unit right now so far in football, the most surprising team is Micah Parsons. So their whole defense is predicated on him being the second coming, as Stephen A. will tell you, of LT. Their D-line is what makes their defense good, and their defense is what makes their offense good. So right now, the MVP of the league
choice.
is what? You said it
Yeah,
right?
it's good. Good observation. I don't
not
disagree with you.
terrible.
That's pretty good.
All right, man.
Nice job.
If you agree with me, then I got to second guess myself. Maybe Stephen ain't know the answer because I don't want Doug
Well,
to like
listen. I love me some Micah Parsons. That brother's real. But I will tell you this. I'm going to go with Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills came into this season as the favorites to come out of the AFC, despite the fact that Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson were in the same damn conference. Josh Allen showed up with that expectations, and he has answered the call. They are 4-1. They are clearly the best team in the AFC in a lot of people's eyes thus far. He's completing about 67% of his passes almost. He's got 14 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions, all right? And the people that need to be ramrodded, they ramrodded. They had the Pittsburgh, we are literally talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers not looking like an NFL team. because of Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Toyed with them. You have people that think that the mercy rule was implemented by McDermott because of what they could have done to the Pittsburgh Steelers if they really, really wanted to. We saw what he did to the Super Bowl champions on opening night. If it wasn't for that South Florida sunshine and Stephon Diggs and them catching cramps and stuff like that, who knows what would have happened in that particular game. You've had injuries on the defensive side of the ball. You're looking at him with Stephon Diggs. You looked at the elevation of Gabe Davis. Okay, you understand what's at stake, and Josh Allen has stepped up and shown that this brother is somebody that's big time. Miami wasn't as shining in the moment. We get all of that because of the reasons that I mentioned. But I look at him and what he's been bringing to the table, the expectations that he has lived up to. Buffalo seems destined for a Super Bowl appearance finally after falling short to Kansas City over the last 2 years. And Josh Allen has everything to do with that. We can't definitively look at a single quarterback in the National Football League and say beyond a shadow of a doubt that they are better than Josh Allen right now. And that's why I'm going to look at it that way.
I think you're right about that. But I think that goes back to my original question is this a quarterback award or not? If it's only a quarterback, then we can talk only quarterbacks. But if we're talking other things, like Josh Allen has a lot of support. That team is well built. The offensive line protects him well. They have 2 number 1 receivers in Diggs and Davis. They have at least one of their 2 all-pro level safeties. That D-line is outstanding and rotates when they're healthy, one of the best defenses in football. That's a lot of support. I'm not taking anything away from Josh Allen, but then again, I go back to the Cowboys and look at what they had. Before this season started, I thought they weren't going to be very good. Then they lost Dak Prescott, and I and a lot of other people were on here like, season's over.
Yeah.
They win 4 in a row. And you can say it's because Cooper Rush if you're crazy. You can give Cooper Rush the credit if you want to, but you're dead ass wrong. The reason why they are balling right now is because Micah Parsons and that defense is doing it. And I don't know how else to define value other than how they succeed above the expectations. The expectations for the Bills is very high because they're very good. And Josh Allen is meeting that expectation. But the expectation for the Cowboys was low, and it got lower. And somehow they haven't lost yet. And it's because Micah Parsons is wrecking things and making it easier for everyone else around him.
I believe Lawrence Taylor is the only defensive player to win the MVP. 86.
Yeah, nice.
I believe. We can have somebody look it up.
Look it up.
I
We'll
believe
get it
that
for
is
you.
accurate. So if you give him the MVP, you are putting him in the great LT's category. Now, as Bill Belichick said a couple years ago when somebody compared to Khalil Mack to Lawrence Taylor, he laughed at him. Lawrence Taylor, hold on now. Khalil Mack.
Alan
Taylor.
Page in 1971 and Lawrence Taylor.
There you go. So I was right. 86 for
Yeah.
him? Okay. So there you have it. And if Bill Belichick says that Mack can't compete to LT, I can't put Parsons in that LT category either. LT, Stevens, you and I are old enough.
I said the second coming.
Tell him.
So, okay, I'm old enough too.
He is
I'm old enough too.
too.
You're old enough?
I watched,
That's
I'm
40
old
years
enough
ago.
too. But I thought that you form your own opinion. You don't need Bill Belichick to tell you how to think. What do you think? You try to use Bill Belichick for your support.
Exactly.
You the mad dog, right?
And by the way,
I love
Yeah, but
Belichick.
by the
come
way,
on, it's
but
Belichick.
by the way, you've disagreed with him in the past.
Yeah.
Deflategate and other matters.
Oh, absolutely.
Spygate and other matters.
I have.
So,
He's
all
not
right,
always
so don't
right.
bring us
So,
Bill Belichick now as
throw
a
that out.
confirmation
He's not a great
of what you
coach?
believe.
He's not a
He's
great coach?
phenomenal.
Okay.
But it's not like you need him. Dominic is right. It's not like you need him for
What does that have to
confirmation.
do with letting
Since when
air
does
out
the
of the
Mad
football?
Dog need him for confirmation? I thought the Mad Dog had his own
Yeah.
opinion. Okay? Pick it
Don't
up.
hide behind Bill Belichick's suit jacket. Step out in front and say what you think.
Dog,
you doing?
Dog, it gives it way more credence. Don't listen to that.
I love Belichick.
Yeah.
He coached my team. And he was funny last week in his he's so much better with these press conferences when he wins compared to when he loses. You ever notice that? Oh, my God.
right.
But he said there's nobody.
He's biased.
Nobody.
He's biased.
Nobody who can compare to LT.
Well, that's what.
And
that's
so
what
you
deli-
comparing him to
Isn't it-
LT
so he coached-
is not fair.
That's what delivered him his first 2 championships.
Correct.
So why wouldn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He's
He's been
biased.
around for
Time
6
out.
years.
Time out.
Come on.
How many good defensive players have there been on the New England Patriots? He has some.
Yeah,
he has
there's
some
pretty great
experience
ones,
with it. Yeah. Okay.
No one is good as LT. But the point is, his
Whose opinion has more credibility than Bill Belichick on that?
all of ours because we're not biased. He should recuse himself
Okay.
from this conversation.
All right.
I'm not gonna-
You're just a
Recuse.
little
I'm not gonna-
spicy today because you're feeling
I'm not gonna
yourself
go
with
that
your new
far.
sport
I'm
folks.
certainly
Spicy
not
every
going to
day.
sit up there and say that we've got more credibility than Bill Belichick.